Hello and welcome to your very first lesson of the art of Taekwondo. Now, before we begin, I wanted to take this moment to go over the martial arts etiquette. So the very first thing that you learn is how to respect your training place, or also known as dojang. So it can be your room or wherever you happen to be training at a moment. So when you enter or leave the dojang, you're supposed to bow. You're also supposed to bow to your senior students or to your instructor or master. We usually bow entering and leaving the training place or dojang. We also bow in the beginning and at the end of the lesson to our instructor. It's very simple to do. So to bow, you bring your hands and your feet together like this, and you just bend down slightly and bend back up. So when we begin the lesson, we will begin by bowing to each other. And when we end the lesson, we will also begin by bowing to each other. Just like that. Good. So now that we showed respect to each other, we can begin. Let's warm up. We're going to begin with 30 seconds jumping jacks. Here we go. Nice and easy. Now what I like to do is try to make my breathing rhythmic. For example, right, 2 inhales, 1 exhale. Obviously I'm talking so I can't do it, but try to keep your breathing rhythmic. We're going to do 30-second different exercises to warm our body up with 10-second break in between. Here we go, 10 seconds break. Just shake it off, relax it. We're going to do high knees next. Ready? Here we go. High knees, arms up, and you want to hit the palms of your hands with your knees. Try not to jump up too high. You're really just working on bringing your knees up, not on thrusting your body upwards. Remember, breathing. You can slow it down if it's too difficult, but actually, the slower you're doing it, the harder it is to kick your legs up. Here we go, shake it off. Next, we're going to do kickbacks. So you put your hands behind you like this, with your palms facing out, and then you just kick your legs and try to hit the palms of your hands with your heels, just like that. All right, kickbacks, kickbacks. We are doing kickbacks. Keep it up. All right, breathing. Remember. Hey, if it's too easy, you can go faster. Or you can go slower. That's fine. Whatever works for you. Shake it off. Relax. All right, next one we're going to do kick outs. All right, so it's like tiny little front kicks. Don't focus on the technique. You're just throwing your legs forward like that. Just throwing them forward. Imagine spider walked on your foot. Ah! Right? Just throw it forward. Throw it forward. Kick, 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 and breathe it. Always breathing. This is easy. This is nothing. Okay? Don't worry about it. If it's too much, pause the video. Take a tiny little break and then join back with us. All right, here we go. Shake it off. Next, we're going to be doing punchings. Just punching. Very easy, okay? Here we go. Don't focus on the technique again. It's just warm up. You're just throwing your arms forward. That's it. That's all you're doing. This is just a warm up. Just a warm up. Throwing your hands forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just throwing your hands forward. That's it. That's all you're doing. Very easy. Nice and easy. And while walking back and forth, why not? Just to add a little fun. Here we go. Shake it off. Next, we're going to do some fitness exercises starting with squats. Good old squats, okay? So here we go. 90-degree angle. Down, arms up. Exhale, go up. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and controlled. Don't lean down like this, okay? Straight as possible. Just without losing your balance. Or if you lose your balance, that's okay. Just stand up and pick it up right where you left it. Here we go, breathing. Good. Next we're going to do push-ups, okay? Good old push-ups. Now I want you to have your hands at a 45-degree angle like this, right under your shoulders. Nice and controlled. Do it slowly. I don't want to see none of this. Anyone can do this. I want you to do nice and controlled. Smell the floor. Just like that. All right, good. Now sit down. We're going to do crunches next. Well, actually sit-ups. There's a difference. So, hands behind your head, with your elbows, touch your knees like this. Up, touch, and back down. Up, touch, and back down. Exhale. On the rise. Exhale, on the rise. Exhale. Sounds like I'm saying rice. I like rice. But we're not talking food right now. We're talking exercise. We're talking warm up. Alright, control your head, don't let it hit the floor. Control your head. Nice and control. Sit-ups just like that. Can you believe it? One more, last one. This is called duck walk. Very important. Very good for you. Alright, just like it sounds. It's a duck walk. Just like that. You can put your hands behind your head if you want to, that's fine. And bring your legs forward. Now you might fall in the beginning, that's fine. Just pick it up and keep going. Hopefully you don't fall fake like that. Maybe something a little more realistic. Hey, if you want to switch it up, that's fine. Look, sideways. Ooh, switching your legs. Sideways, other way. It's more like a crab walk though, if you do that, than a duck walk. And here we go. We're done with the warm-up. Hopefully your body's nice and warmed up. Hey, maybe you have a droplet of sweat in there too, and that's fine. Now let's control our breathing. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's stretch. We're gonna begin with head rotations. Here we go. 1, big circle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now turn your head to one side. 1, 2, 3, and just use your muscles. 4 to increase tension. 5, other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now ear to shoulder like this. 1, and I see people use their hands and pull it. Don't do that. Just use your muscles. 2, 3. It's a lot safer. 4 and 5, and other way. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Now we're gonna look down, chin to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're gonna look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Now shoulder rotation. Relax your hands and big circles. Forward first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now back. 1, 2. Oh, I hear something popping. 3, 4, and 5. So let's work a little bit on wrist flexibility, which is a very important thing. So bring your hand up and flip it like this. With the other hand, fingers wrap around the thumb, and with the other thumb, just press against the knuckles. Now from here, all I want you to do is just make big circles, rotate. You should feel a little tension in your wrist, which is what we want. 3, 4, and 5. Let's rotate back. 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5. Good. Now let's do the same thing for the other hand. So flip it like this, wrap with the fingers around the thumb, the other thumb presses against the knuckles, and big circles out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and now big circles in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. The other wrist exercise is bring your hand pointing down like this, with the index finger and the thumb wrap around the wrist, then grab the wrist, and now you're just going to bring the elbows down like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Let's do the same thing for this hand. Index finger and thumb wraps around, grab it, and elbows down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now we're going to do shoulder stretch. So bring one hand forward like this, with the other hand go under and over around the elbow, and now twist and turn without moving your feet. 1, 2, you should feel in the upper part of your shoulder. 3, 4 and 5. Same thing for the other side. So this hand up, the other hand down and under, and turn and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and release, relax. Now we're going to do a counter stretch for the same shoulder. So you place your hand on the wall like this, and now you're going to open it up. You're going to twist and open your hip up forward like this. Ready? 1, you should feel in the inner part of the shoulder the stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and don't forget to do the other side as well. Twisting now this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now if you have something overhead, you can even do this way, where you pull your hands back and you stretch this part of your body. Now if you don't have that, that's fine. Next, let's do a little spinal stretch. So this is really good if you have a stiff back. Bend your knees, put your hands on your knees, bring this shoulder down, twist and look up towards the ceiling. Ready? Here we go. 1, you're pushing with this hand off of your knee. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we're going to do other side. I'm going to show you from the side. Like this, bend your knees, hands on your knees. This hand going to push now and twist and look this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good. Next, let's warm up the knees. So place your hands on your knees and just nice and easy knee rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now other way. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now a little balance exercise. We're gonna go twice down and twice up. Ready? Hands on your knees. Here we go. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you fall, that's fine. Just stand up and start again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Now, a lot of people forget this part, but I like to also work on the ankle. So first, ankle rotations like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rotate other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now use the wall to stretch the calf muscle. So we're going to stretch this part. So bring one leg forward, the other leg back, knee straight over here. All right, and you're going to add a little weight to the back. And that's how you're going to stretch. Not too much, just a little. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then switch your legs, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can also stretch these muscles over here. So what you do, you flip your foot down like that, put your toes down, and you're gonna just bend down. Ready? Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now the other leg, same thing. Flip your toes and just bend down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, very good, nice and easy. Next, we're gonna do some stretches sitting down. So ready? Here we go. Let's sit down. All right. Now we're gonna begin seated stretches. So the first one we're gonna do is a butterfly stretch. So just bring your feet together, your heels together like this. And now I want you to pull them as close as you can towards yourself until you feel a little tension in your hip area. Now from here, grab the toes with your fingers like this. And this goes for most of the stretching exercises. As you inhale, I want you to arch your back, bring your pelvis forward, and when you exhale, I want you to bend closer towards, in this case, the toes. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, arch your back, bring the pelvis forward. Exhale, pull yourself down a little bit. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull. And inhale, arch your back. And exhale, and pull yourself down. Good. Release. Now bring your legs forward. Bend one of your legs and hit the pause button if you have to. Find yourself a belt, any belt. Martial arts belt works well with this, but you can just use any belt whatsoever. It's gonna help you with stretching in the beginning when you're not that flexible. So bring one leg out, take the belt, open it up, and loop it over your leg. All right, grab it with both hands. And now here's the same thing. Inhale, arch your back, bring your pelvis forward. Exhale, pull yourself down. Inhale, arch your back, straighten it out. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, arch your back, grab closer if you need to. Exhale, pull yourself down. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good. Release. Now we're going to do other leg. I'm going to do it this way so you can see it from the side. Same thing, just loop around your foot, throw the belt, grab it with both hands on both sides like this, and now here we go. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull yourself down. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull yourself down. Make sure, try to keep the foot right in the middle of your body. Inhale, exhale, and that's 3, and inhale, and exhale, that's 4, and inhale, and exhale, that's 5. Good. Release, bring them back, shake it off, shake it, flop it a little bit, relax it just for a few seconds. Now we're gonna do it with both legs facing forward. So both knees straight, make sure that your knees are straight. Loop the belt over your feet like this. Grab both sides of the belt, and now same exact story. Inhale, arch and your back, bring your pelvis forward. Exhale, pull yourself down and lower. Keep your knees straight. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, pull yourself down. You'll feel a little tingling behind your knees. That's good. That uncomfortableness is what forces your body to adapt. Inhale, exhale, down, and inhale, and exhale, down. One more. Inhale, and exhale, down. Good. Relax. Now open your legs. Push yourself from the back with your hands forward so that you can open the legs even more. Now in this case, loop the belt over one of the feet, grab it with one hand, the other hand goes behind you and push it. So with the hand that's behind you that's pushing, it's pushing to straighten your back out. The hand that's holding the belt, that's going to be pulling and bringing your body closer towards your foot. Alright, so here we go. Inhale, push with the rear hand. Exhale, pull with your lead hand. Inhale, push, exhale, pull. Inhale, push, exhale, pull. Slightly getting closer towards the leg. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good. Release. We're going to do the other leg. Same thing. Loop around the leg or the foot. Grab it with one hand. The other hand goes behind you and keeps your body straight. Here we go. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. Pull. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. Pull. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. Pull. Grab it close if you need to. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. Pull. One more. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. Pull. Now release. Put the belt to the side. Open up even more. Push and open up even more. Now bring your hands to the middle. So same story. As you inhale, bring your pelvis forward, arch your back. Exhale. Bring your hands closer out or further out and pull on the ground to pull your body down. Ready? Here we go. Inhale. Straighten out. Exhale. And go further down on the ground. Inhale. Arch your back and exhale. Pull yourself down. Inhale. Bring your pelvis forward. Exhale. Go lower down. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. You should feel tension. If you don't feel tension, you're not doing enough. But always push the limit. Don't go over your limit. All right, shake it off. Flop it. Next, we're going to do a little spinal twist. All right, so keep one leg out like this. The other leg, the foot, bring it over your knee. Now, here's the key over here. If you want more tension, then bring the foot closer to your body. If you want less tension, bring it further out. Start with the knee and then move down or up dependingly. All right. Now this hand gonna go behind your back again, pushing in the floor, straightening your body out. This hand gonna go over your knee, or the elbow gonna go over the knee, depending on your flexibility level. I'm gonna bring the elbow over and straighten it out like that. So when you inhale, the hand that's behind gonna push on the floor and straighten your body out. Leave no air in your stomach. As you exhale, you're gonna push with this hand off of the knee and twist your body backwards, okay? So here we go. Inhale, straighten out, exhale, twist and look back. Inhale, straighten out, exhale, twist and look back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more. Inhale and exhale. All right, release. We're gonna switch the legs. So this leg now goes down. This time I'm gonna go on a side so you can see it from a different angle. This leg goes down. This foot goes over your knee and down. This hand pushes from behind, and this hand goes over the knee. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, push yourself up. Exhale, look back. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, push, exhale, twist, and inhale. Push and exhale, twist. Slowly release. All right, we're done with seated stretches. Let's stand up. So now that we are done with our warm-up and stretches, we can get started. Today we will learn the very basics, the basic 5 stances that you need to know. The very first stance actually you already learned. It's called cherry up or attention stance. To do cherry up, simply bring your arms and feet together, push your chest forward, chin slightly up, and back straight. This stance communicates to me that you are ready and paying attention. So whenever I say cherry up, I want you to slap your hands to the sides of your body like this, bring your feet together, chin up, chest forward, back straight into cherry up stance. Ready? Let's practice it a few times. When I say shaw, which means relax, get into your natural stance, just stand naturally, whatever's comfortable. Ready? But when I say cherry up, get into that stance. Ready? Cherry up. Good. Shaw. Good. Cherry up. Shaw. Shaw. Haha. Cherry up. Shaw. Cherry up. And shaw. Good job. It's very simple. The second stance is called Jumbi stance. And what that stands for is ready stance. Alright? So cherry up was attention. Jumbi is ready stance. Most of the times Jumbi will follow from cherry up stance. And from Jumbi we begin doing forms and many other different exercises and drills. So let's practice Jumbi for a few times. So first let's get into cherry up. Now in Jumbi you're going to bring your left foot out and bring your arms up like this at the same time. Like this. Out around shoulder width. Up. Inhale. As you exhale, make a fist and bring them down. But don't straighten the elbows down all the way. Keep them slightly bent to create a circle, an oval really. So let's do it again. This is Jumbi stance, which means you're communicating to me that you're ready to begin exercise. Ready? Cherry up. Jumbi. Just like that. Cherry up. Jumbi. Like that. Make sure your feet are parallel. Don't flare them out like that. All right. Here we go. Cherry up. Cherry up. Ah, got you there. Jumbi. Very good. Shaw. Relax. Before we move on to the third stance, I want to show you how to make the fist properly. So when you bring your arm up, first I want you to bring your fingers down and grab a little bit of your palm like this, down and pull up so that you grab that little piece of skin over there. Then tighten it up and bring the thumb over your knuckles like this. Make sure that your thumb is not sticking out like that, because here if you punch you're gonna hit a hard surface with your thumb and you can break your thumb or nail or whatever. So just bring it slightly over your knuckles just like that and tighten it up. Once again, fingers out, down, grab the palm, a little bit skin, pull up, tighten it, and the thumb goes right over like that. All right, so practice it a few times. Open, down, pull, wrap. This hand as well. Open, down, pull, wrap. Nice and tight. Should feel very strong and stable. So the third stance that we're going to learn, it's called a horse riding stance, and it's a very common basic stance. So again, we're going to begin from the top. Cherry up. Jumbi. And now from here, to get into a horse riding stance, you're going to bring your fists up and cross them like this. You're going to open your legs even more with your left leg, twice the shoulder width. You really don't need to be doing it more than twice the shoulder width. And then as you bend your knees, you're going to bring your fists to your hips and you're going to kiap. Kiap means yell. Ready? Just like that. We kiap to tighten our stomach and strengthen our core. All right. Now, when you're in a horse riding stance, here's a couple of things that you gotta watch out for. First, make sure that your feet are parallel. All right. Don't let them flare out like that. Then, make sure that your knees are bent. Don't bend it too much where your knees are sticking beyond the toes. But if you look down, you want to see just the tiny edge of your toes over your knee. So your knee covers most of it, except for the tiny edge. Now for your hands, make sure that they're not sitting like this. This is one of the most common mistakes that beginners do. Bring them in. Use your back muscles. Squeeze and tighten your back muscles to bring your hands as far back as you can. And this is called horse riding stance. Sure. Let's practice it a couple of times. Ready? Cherry up. Jumbi. Horse riding stance. Kiap. Just like that. Check your toes. Look at the knees. Check your hands. Make sure your back is nice and tight. Everything's good. Good. Shaw. Ready. Let's do it again. Chip. Jumbi. Horse riding stance. Hip. Just like that. Check your feet. Good. If you don't want to keep, that's fine. In the beginning, while you're getting used to it, just breathe out then. Okay? Sure. But I want you keeping down the line. Don't worry about the neighbors. They probably already think you're crazy with all the kicks and everything that you've been doing. Ready? Chip. Jumbi. Horse riding stance. Hip. Look at your feet. Make sure the knees are good. Look at your hands. Fists as far back as possible. Very good. Good. Now, shaw. Good job. Now let's look at some of the basic exercises of punches that you can do from a horse riding stance, as well as let's learn how to count in Korean 1 to 10. So, first, chip, 준비, horse riding stance, check your knees, check your fists, everything's good. Alright, so we're gonna begin with punches. So you begin with your left hand, left side always, alright? So you're gonna throw a left hand straight punch. So when it goes from your hip, straight out like this, it goes down on a downward angle, right around this area. So if you're standing in front of the mirror and you're punching, you wanna punch right around here when you look at yourself. Alright, right around solar plexus, a little below, okay? So just like that, and exhale and keep if you can as you punch. Ready? And repeat after me. Hana! Alright. Two. Set. Ne. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. Good. Good. Now we're gonna do double punches. So we're gonna punch twice and we're gonna say Taekwondo like this. Taekwondo. Alright? Ready? When I count Hana, we're gonna go Taekwondo. Let's do it together. Here we go. Hana, Taekwondo. Good. 둘, Taekwondo. Good. 셋, Taekwondo. Good. 넷, Taekwondo. Good. Now check your knees. Make sure that they're covering the toes just enough, that your feet are not flaring out. You're probably starting to feel your thighs, which is good. That's what we're doing this for, to strengthen your legs and your core. Ready? Next, we're going to do Taekwondo. So 3 punches. Ready? Hana! Taekwondo! Good. Check your fist. Make sure it's not sticking out. 둘! Taekwondo! Good. 셋! Taekwondo! Good. 넷! Taekwondo! Good. Ready? Shaw. Good work. Alright, very good. Let's keep it up. Next, we're going to learn our 4th stance, the front stance. So the front stance is one of the most important stances. You will be practicing a lot of your hand techniques in a front stance while moving back and forward, as well as the forms. You're going to need to know the front stance very well for your forms. So to do the front stance, let's take a couple of steps back. Just stand in your natural order with your feet and shoulder width apart. And now I want you to step out, probably like 2-step width forward. So if this was 1 step, you want to step 1 more, all right? And from here, notice that what happens with your rear foot, it naturally pivots, okay? Around 35 to 40 degree angle. If you keep your knee straight, which is what you need to do for the front stance. Your lead knee should be bent enough so that you almost cover the toe, similar as to in horse riding stance. All right, now here, the hip, watch what happens. I want you to square your hip. If you cannot square your hip, that means you need to open your stance up a little bit more. All right, until you can square your hip. Keep the knee bent just enough. Now your chest is facing forward, your hip is square, the rear leg knee is straight, the foot is pivoted, the heel of the rear foot of the rear leg is sitting down on the floor. This is the correct front stance. Bring your hands to your sides. All right, very good. Let's practice it a couple of times. Step back, back into neutral position. Now step forward into front stance. All right, check everything. Check the front toes, check the rear foot, check the rear knee, check the hip. Make sure your fists are right next to your body. And go back. Okay, try the other side. I'm going to go to the side so that you can see it from this angle as well. Now step forward with your right foot. Let's try that out. Right foot. Allow the left foot to pivot. Left knee straight. Hip turned and square. The front knee is bent enough so that it almost covers the big toe. Fists are right next to your body. Just like that. That's a front stance. Ready? Go back. Let's do it again. Step forward with your right foot. Bend the rear, straighten out the rear knee. Pivot the rear foot. Bend the front knee. Square the hip. Look forward. Relax the shoulders. Just like that. That's front stance. And paro or sho. Paro means come back to the beginning. Sho means relax. We can use those interchangeably. So let's practice this, the front stance moving forward. Okay, so find yourself enough spacing at your house. I'm gonna do it on an angle so you can see it. From here, chiriya, jumbi, bring your left foot out, step forward, front stance. Now I want you to step and punch at the same time, like that. Same hand, same leg to the middle. All right, so let's do it again. Chiriya, jumbi. Front stance, middle punch. Check your front stance. Make sure your middle punch is pointing right towards solar plexus. Check the knee of the front foot. Check the rear foot knee. Make sure the hip is squared. Ready? Now step forward. We're going to step forward and do the other side and punch with this hand. Check your front stance. Knee straight. Hip turned. Knee bent. Fist aiming at the solar plexus. One more. Good. Check your knee. Knee. Square. Aiming at the solar plexus. Pro. All right. Very good. Let's practice it a couple of more times. This time I want you to just practice one step forward and then come back. Ready? Chip. Jumbi. Front stance punch, same side. Just like that. Check your front stance. Good and strong. Let's step forward. One more step. Good. Now reverse it. I want you to step back. It's very simple. You just bring your lead leg back like this into the front stance and punch. Just like that. Ready? One more. Step forward. Step back. Check your feet. Knee, knee, square. Fist aimed properly. Very good. Paro. Let's do the other side. So now let's step forward with the right side. Ready? Hana. Just like that. So what I did, I brought my fist from the side of the hip and out like that for added rotation. Knee bent, knee straight, hip square, knuckles pointing towards the solar plexus. Step forward, punch, kick. Check your front stance. Make sure everything's good. Step back. Good. Step back. Good. Paro. Just like that. So the front stance is a little more complicated stance, but it's an essential one for when you're going to have to perform your forms. Next, we will learn our fifth and final stance for today, the fighting stance. Now, before I teach you the fighting stance, please keep in mind that there are many different ways, many different fighting stances that you can, use, and the fighting stance that I'm going to teach you is not a common Taekwondo fighting stance. In fact, it's actually a Jeet Kune Do fighting stance that I learned while studying Jeet Kune Do. And the reason why I like it so much and I am trying to adapt it to Taekwondo is because it's an optimal stance from which I can launch a long range attacks with my hands or my legs. And it minimizes the area of surface that's exposed to your opponent that he can target. So to get into a fighting stance, let's take one step back. From here, let's begin with our basic stances. Chirip, Jumbi. And we'll start from the Jumbi. We'll move forward. I want you to step forward one step. So in front stance, you did 2 steps. In fighting stance, just 1 step forward with your left leg. Now here, look what happened. Naturally, your rear foot pivoted. Keep your knees bent, slightly bent, all right? So you can use the same measure of bending your knees where it almost covers the toes if you want to. Whatever's comfortable. Keep your rear heel off the floor. This is to add that springiness so that you can launch forward whenever you need to. From here, I want you to bring your rear hand up and next to your chin like that. I even keep my hand open like that for relaxation purposes so that my hand is not tense and wasting energy. But you can keep it in a fist as well, but I like it to keep it right in front of my chin. Or you can put it right next to your chin. It's up to you, but I prefer this one. Bring your lead hand, elbow resting against your rib cage. It's fine. And just bend it up. Make it into a fist. And this is pointing towards your opponent's nose. So the stance looks just like that. Okay, now look how much of your body is covered. Your whole side over here is covered by your hand. Your stance is pretty narrow, so you're minimizing the amount of surface, the amount of targets that are exposed to your opponent. Your lead knee is bent and at least partially covering one of your vital areas, which is the groin, and you can always bend it more if you need to. Your rear hand is by your chin so that if other attacks ready to defend, so if other attacks are coming straight, you can use it to deflect, to grab, to parry, to slip, to do whatever you want. Or you can always just bring it to the side of your chin very easily. Boom, just like that. See, it doesn't require a lot of effort at all. So just like that. And chin slightly down. Okay, so everything's protected. This shoulder actually protecting your chin from the attacks from the side. This hand can always migrate to your right, protecting the chin from this side if you need to. So this is the fighting stance that I'd like you to learn to employ. So Pro Shaw. Meditation is one of the most important aspects of internal training on which we're going to focus every lesson. Every lesson after the new curriculum, we will do a short 5-minute meditation. So let's sit down and begin. Okay, and now sit in any comfortable position. If you cannot do crossed legs, just grab a chair. If you can do crossed legs, do crossed legs. If you want to do half lotus or whatever you want to do, that's absolutely fine. The main thing to keep in mind is to keep your back straight. All right. Now, you don't need to do no mudras or anything like that. Just place your hands on your knees like this, or you can place your hands like this in a circle as well. It's up to you. I'm just going to place it on my knees. Close your eyes and deep breathing now. Here's where meditation comes in. When you inhale, I want you to focus on inhaling into your stomach area first. So feel your stomach rising. Then once your stomach is risen and there's no more space for the air, continue inhaling until your chest is filled with air. Then as you exhale, you reverse the order. So exhale first out of the chest, and then out of the stomach. And inhale stomach, slowly, chest. Exhale out of the chest and out of the stomach. Just focus on the breath traveling through your nostrils and your throat, filling up the lungs, And then the warm air leaving the lungs through your throat and nostrils. First the chest, then the stomach, emptying it all out. Then inhale. Exhale. Deep, long breaths. Don't try to think about anything, just focus on the breath. Don't try to not to think either. If the thoughts come, just let them be, don't pay any attention to them. Like clouds coming and passing. Inhale to your stomach, then to your chest. Exhale out of your chest, then out of the stomach. Make sure your back doesn't hunch down. Keep your back straight. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly and steadily. Inhale to your stomach, then to your chest. Exhale out of your chest and out of your stomach. Inhale. And exhale. Good long breaths. This is the time of relaxation. And exhale. This is very important for your mind. Inhale. And your body. Exhale. Deep, long breaths. Don't fall asleep. Not that you could while seated. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Your back straight. Don't let it hunch down. Inhale. Exhale. Chest collapses. Then stomach collapses. Inhale to your stomach. Then to your chest. And exhale, slowly open your eyes. Good. That was meditation. Hopefully you feel good about it. I feel like a new man. I love meditation. It's really good for you. You want to do it as much as you can. Ready? Let's stand up. Okay, good job today. This is it for your very first lesson. We've learned a lot. You can practice a lot on your own and repeat what we've learned so far. There's a lot of material that you need to digest and you need to practice as well. You can practice in front of the mirror, the stances. That's an excellent way of checking that your knees are bent properly, that your hip is rotated properly. You can also practice by filming yourself and then reviewing the footage, like with your phone. I do it all the time while training to improve myself and to correct different small issues. Now, I also want you to purchase a Taekwondo uniform. Now, if you can't find a Taekwondo uniform, then karate uniform will do. But try to get Taekwondo uniform. You can order it on online sources like Amazon or at your local martial arts supply store. Or at the very least, get a martial arts belt, a white belt, because next time I'm going to show you how to tie it. Also, don't forget that what you do each time, you should be logging it into your MA Skills application. Now, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go to your dashboard, click on a tab named MA Skills, and then hit take the tour button, and you're going to find out more about it. It's a great tool to keep yourself on track on what you're doing and to motivate yourself to do even more. So let's end this lesson the same way we're going to end all of them. Chitty up, bow.